Men's basketball qualified for the NCAA tournament for the second straight year. That's 3 times in 4 years. Won the NSIC North Division title for the 3rd straight year. Recorded back-to-back 30-win seasons. Isaac Sievely, Tanner Kretschmann, all NSIC, and I know Isaac will be playing in the Reese's Division II All-Star game coming up here shortly. We're joined, luckily, in studio here by head coach Chad Walthall. Coach, first of all, tell us a little bit about this team and their growth from beginning of the year to the last game.
I think one of the best things about this team is they really never looked back on a season ago and thought it was good enough. They wanted to equal last year's season. I thought that they handled themselves really well early in the year. I thought our guys came back with a vengeance, wanted to set different goals, new goals, and because of their practice habits and the way they approached each practice, they were able to have a really, really terrific season. Another 30-win season for us, and just really the way our guys improved throughout the year. I thought this was a team that would improve after Christmas quite a bit because we had guys in different positions. We had guys that were in major roles that weren't in major roles a year ago, and I thought they handled themselves really well. And we did improve throughout the year. We ran into a little bit of some injury business down the home stretch, but other than that, it was really a real smooth year for us, and I couldn't be happier about our play. And, there's only one team that unfortunately ends up winning their last game.
And I know the last game probably didn't end up the way you wanted. The goals that you talked about was probably getting as deep as last year, of course, was an expectation. Talk about the end of the year and some of the injuries and kind of what played into, unfortunately, being out early in the tournament.
Well, it's really tough because, anything, once you get to regions, anything beyond that is almost gravy because, every team is really equal footing and very talented, and it's on a neutral floor. So you really have to get your best foot forward, whether it's being everyone healthy or you're really shooting the ball well or you're playing your best defense of the year. You have to rebound well. You have to take care of the ball. You have to do everything really, really well in order to advance. If you don't do everything well, it's a little bit different than sometimes in the regular season because you can get by with maybe doing a few things well and still winning. And the NCAA tournament's not going to happen that way. Unfortunately, we ran into some injuries. Obviously, Gijel Sungola broke his finger, which, he was out 4 to 5 weeks. We were fortunate enough to get him back. But again, he hadn't been playing with the team, and so that was a kind of a new deal. And then, the last week of the year, obviously, Ayub goes out, and he was a critical part to our season, averaging 12 points a game, coming off the bench, and then he was in a starting role when Gijel went out. So with him out, obviously those 2 guys out for the last week was tough, but, our guys gave it a valiant effort, and again, only one team in the whole country can win their last game if you're in the NCAA tournament, and that's the goal for us to be that last team standing at some point.
Long season, a lot of different moments. What would you consider your favorite moment of the year?
That's a great question. There were so many of them. I think just the fact that probably something I'll remember is senior night, with all those seniors, all 5 of them, how many wins have they had in their career? And with Isaac being here 5 years, how many wins has he had in 5 years? He was a part of 3 NCAA teams in his 5 years. And the other 4 seniors are a part of 2 terrific seasons, back-to-back 30-win seasons, 35 a year ago, 30 this year. So they really set a standard. And so that was one memory that will really, when I look back, that I'll look back fondly of senior night, just watching those kids play for the final regular season home game and then have a chance to, introduce and just give them a lot of kudos on their special night. So that's one night that I'll think highly of because, again, they had such a special part of what we've been able to accomplish here.
Nice for me to go up into the crowds after the games, talk to some of the guys that I played with, and see how proud they are of some of the things you and your program are accomplishing. Let's move on to next year. Got a solid nucleus coming back. Tanner Kretschmann coming in, Aaron Lean still here. You have some solid guys returning. They got a lot of minutes this year. What do you do to get started on a new year? When do you get started, and what do we need to look forward to on the floor, fans and everybody? from the Dragons?
Well, we'll be different. Obviously, we lose some very talented seniors. I don't know if you're ever going to have a 5-man like an Isaac Sievely, but I do think we'll be, again, different, but we'll be fun to watch. And I think we'll have a very good basketball team. You have to stay healthy. You have to have a great off-season. We'll start with our first team meeting as kids get back from spring break this week, and then we'll start to organize our skill development program and our lifting program, which our assistant coaches and Travis in the weight room do a wonderful job there. And so we'll really get started there. But again, it'll start from the top, and our captains will be Tanner Kretschmann and Aaron Lean, two really terrific basketball players, but terrific examples about who we want in our program, and that's a great building block right there. But then you got guys like Matt Nelson. Matt Nelson, another guy that's been out most of the year, and he's coming back for his senior year.
Nice.
And so he will hopefully add a big piece of that. And then you've got Ayub, who will be back for his senior year, who is one of the more talented offensive players that we'll have. And so right there, that's 4 very good players, 3 seniors, 1 junior coming back. Obviously, you've got the Addison Parks player coming back, and we're looking forward to seeing his improvement. And then we've got a number of redshirt freshmen that we're really excited to see their development too. And then we've got a great recruiting class coming here. We've got 5 freshmen coming in next year, and then hopefully we're not done yet recruiting, so maybe we'll sprinkle in a transfer here or there too. So we've got again, a good nucleus, and we're excited.
Well, sounds like a lot to look forward to, Coach. Thanks for joining us here today.
Thanks, John.